You're listening to the Savoir Faire audio experience.
Are you ready?
The Savoir Faire experience is your guide to everything that has to do with lifestyle. From dating, rides, style, and entertainment. All brought to you by the editor of Savoir Faire magazine, Robert White. Anything goes on this audio experience. So, let's go.
It's still the best.
Hey, welcome to another episode of the Savoir Faire audio experience. We are now on episode 6, and today I wanted to talk again about Savoir Faire and some confidence and pick another interest in life where you might want to have these skills and this ability. Now, the last episode we talked about dating. I think that, if you're in that single pool right now and you need some help with online dating and being, a little savoir faire, then you need to go check out that episode. But today I want to talk about having savoir faire at work. Yes, it's been a rule of mine for a long time to not mix business and pleasure. So with that in mind, I'm talking to those people out there that are extremely professional, that stick to their job when they're at the office. And these are some tips for you to be a little bit more confident and have a little savoir faire while you're at work. I do think this is a mutual thing for men and for women to have a little bit of confidence at work. It might help you with a pay raise. It could help you with increasing your position at the job. There's a lot of reasons why you might want to be confident and have a little savoir faire when you're on the clock. So let's get right into these 3 ideas that I have for you. The first one is, have a morning routine that gets you well rested. If you're one of those people that is not a morning person, okay, I want you to get up like an hour before. You're going to need about an hour to get around, but there's an hour time where you just want to sit and you want to relax and meditate and be with your own thoughts for a little while. That could be on the commute to work. Maybe you're one of those people that has a 30-minute ride to work, but you want to find that little interesting time for yourself to go through your thoughts for the day, get yourself pumped up for the day, get a little bit excited about the work you have coming, and honestly, you should be excited about the work, and then walk into work confident, ready to go, on time, and just ready to be productive. I think that's the key piece for when you're getting into the office to get things going, okay? You want to have a little bit of that confidence when you walk in. People need to know, like, hey, John just showed up. Like, people know when you're there and things are happening. And, don't worry about what everyone else is doing. If everybody else hates their job and everyone else is kind of falling off or slacking or whatever, it's okay for you to be the positive energy in the room and to get everybody else motivated. So that's a big thing for me. I think savoir faire, confidence at work comes from just being there, being on time, being energetic, ready to go, and impressing the people that need to be impressed. I mean, they not just because you're kind of faking it. You really need to be working hard to be the best employee you possibly can be, because I think that's going to help you climb the ladder. So tip number 1 is be well rested, walk in there like you own the place. Tip number 2, when you get to your workstation or get to your job, it really doesn't matter where you are. Make sure that you're coming in with a greeting. Go in there knowing people's names, talking to everybody, make sure everyone knows you're there. I think that's a really cool, unique thing to have a good work ethic and be able to work with people a little bit better when you're on a first name basis with most of the people that you work with. Like you see it a lot in movies. They always have this big, strong character that walks through the room and he's always saying, hi, Jennifer, and hey, Jill, and whatever. He knows everybody, and everyone knows who he is. It's because mostly of his production at work. Maybe he's a good-looking dude that works there or something, and that's kind of what I'm seeing in most of the movie scenes. But be that person. Walk in there with confidence. Keep your head, strong. Be ready to work. But talk to and say hi to everybody. Don't ignore your boss. Be friends with your boss, because that's basically the way that you're going to be able to achieve a lot of the goals that you have within the company you're working for, is to kind of not be a butt kisser or whatever, but you want to be in that position where you're cool with them on at least a first name basis. You don't have to call them Mr. or Mrs. Smith every day. You get to call them, Jennifer and Paul. And that's really a good way to be on a first name basis. It kind of takes away some of those titles. Like, I feel like I'm that way depending on who I'm talking to. Like, there's a lot of people in the political field that I run into or talk to in my hometown or in my area, and I don't really come up to them and be like using their title. Like, I'm not, hey, Mr. Mayor, or hey, Mr. Councilman. Like, that makes no sense to me. I want to be on a first name basis with these people and be friends with them. So I'm using their first names when I see them, shaking hands, kind of making my introduction for the day. You know, oh, what do you think about this weather? You know, the small talk stuff that we all talk about. So that's a big piece. So my first, I'm losing my train of thought. This is a fun one. So first, give yourself plenty of time in the morning to get motivated, be ready to go, walk in like you own the place. 2, when you walk in, make sure everyone knows you're there. Build that rapport with everybody. Get that first name basis if you can, and work through that. 3rd, be crazy productive. I mean, above and beyond. This is how you are going to score points at work, okay? Now listen, you're like, what the hell is he talking about? What do you mean work above and beyond? Like, work late, work on weekends, like, dive into your work. Dive into it like crazy. Be the one person at your job that's absolutely the best at what you do. That's how things are going to move up. Now, here's what happens, okay? It doesn't matter what kind of job you're in. If you work at Burger King and you are completely devoted to learning the craft of making burgers, and you're the best, then you're going to be recognized by your coworkers. You're going to be recognized by your peers, your boss, your customers. They're all going to know who you are, okay? Because you're the guy, when they look back there, they want to see like that person. It's good for restaurant work. It's good for corporate business. I mean, just be the best freaking person you can in your industry. There are some people that get huge recognition in the business world in general because of their success, because they're so damn good at their job, because they know exactly what to do. They put in extra hard work. They're learning when they're not at work, but doing everything they possibly can to be committed to that job. And that's the kind of person that you want to be, because you want that Savoir-Faire kind of lifestyle. You want people you want to be the life of the party. You know, I've had lots of jobs before I started my own company, and one of them that I can remember pretty clearly that I really liked was that I worked for a cell phone company, and I was extremely successful at sales. I was always in the top 5, if not number 1 in sales for this company, and you know, they came to me with so many different opportunities. Would you like to be a store manager? Would you like to do business to business and help us expand our business sales? Are you open to getting phone calls from other salespeople and teaching them some of your tricks of the trade? Like, there was just some really great uniqueness to that opportunity, and people respected me in a big way. I had all kinds of great stuff. I mean, I was going to, you know, football games and stuff with the owners of the company. It was just wild. I had some really cool stuff, and that's the kind of person that I think you should be in business. If you're not in that business or in that industry to be the absolute best at it and be number 1 all the time, then you're not in the right industry. You need to be in an industry where you can provide yourself with the opportunity to be the absolute best. Okay? So whatever that is, you know, you got to explore some of those things. Maybe you're in that job right now, maybe you're not, but that's the whole goal. So my 3 points on being savoir-faire and confident at work is make sure you give yourself enough time in the morning to be happy-go-lucky, walk in there like you own the place. Number 2, make sure everybody knows you're there. And number 3, make sure your work ethic and your knowledge outranks everybody else. If you can do those 3 things at work, that guarantee you your work life will change. People will definitely say that you are the confident guy at the place, and you will get a lot of respect, and your energy level will change when people are looking up to you for everything they need to know about work. So nice and short today. This is going to be an easy one. You'll find this on YouTube and on our website. You know, I want to add a little bit more to this one because I have some changes coming up over the next few weeks and months that I'm really excited about, that you guys should definitely check out. We have 3 different things that are coming out in the next 2 months. One of them is a very exclusive Facebook group. There will be information about that on our Facebook page, on our Instagram page. If you're a follower of us in any way, shape, or form, you're probably going to see one of our ads in the near future. There's a really cool Facebook group that's going to be happening where advice like this is going to be more one-on-one, and I'll explain and go into detail over the topics that we cover in the podcast. We'll put that stuff in the group. There's also some other exclusivities that we're gonna add to that membership, basically, and you'll be able to join into that Facebook group, and there'll be some opportunities for that. Number 2, we are working on the Savoir Faire Members Club. This is going to be a very exclusive type club. We're working with a lot of different people around the country, trying to get some partnerships built to really bring a very unique and fun environment to this club. What kind of things would you get if you were a club member? Exclusive access to some of the biggest parties in the cities, LA, Miami, New York. Networking and working with or being able to contact people that are very successful in business. There's going to be a lot of really cool, unique opportunities that we're going to build into this Savoir Faire Club. And then third, so we have a Facebook group, the club. Third, we're going to be launching some courses soon. Courses are basically going to be a hands-on thing like what I just did. I mean, I gave you 3 points about being confident at work, but there's a whole lot more detail that can go into that topic. Our last episode was about dating. There's a whole lot more that can go into that. And we're going to release some courses on each piece of, the Savoir Faire man or becoming Savoir Faire and having confidence. And those are the things that you guys are going to be able to go and purchase and watch and learn in detail some really great techniques and tricks on being confident, being well-spoken, having savoir faire, like some of our favorite words over here that we repeat over and over and over again. So get involved with us. Follow us on YouTube. Subscribe anywhere you possibly can to keep track of what we have going on. Check out our website at savoir.com. Get the magazine. There'll be a lot more cool little things coming into the magazine over the next couple months. There's just so much happening over here, folks, and we're so excited about all of it, and we just want you to be a part of our world. So thank you for your attention and for another episode, and we will be in touch soon.
Thank you for listening to the show. Please take a minute to head over to www.savoir.com and subscribe to our publication.